посмотрим, то, что там народ пишет. Вот, уже followers. Так. Ага, hello, sir, там все эти. Так, неплохо. Ну, все нормально, отлично. Вот. 2 очка разницы, это не так много, на самом деле. Так, окей. Конечно, фантастический матч был, на самом деле. Просто фантастика. Так. Alright, thank you. I see I have a lot of new followers, so... And we have some subscribers, right? Alright, thank you so much, guys. So, going back to the games, let's see what the computer says, right? So we have to check, let's check the games. It was a lot of fun match. What the people are posting nonsense about Chucky's 900 provisional rating. Come on, guys. Hi guys, that was a pretty awesome match. Yeah, I kind of liked it myself. Yeah, Chucky was one of the strongest Blitz players, guys. You must remember that. He was considered to be one of the strongest Blitz players. I mean, I never got the only time I ever got in the World Championship Blitz, the closest was the 3rd, 4th sharing place with Grishuk, but that was because I was training for that specifically, for that championship. That was my best result in Blitz ever. Alright, hi Radagast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So we're now going to go over the game so we can explain some stuff. Alright, привет, мистер Falcon. Надеюсь, всем понравилось. Фези 7 не очень аккуратный ход на самом деле. Вот, но я хотел просто пока проверить, что он хочет белыми играть. То есть понятно, что у белых перевес, но надо что-то делать, форсировать. Вот, пока Вася... So Vasily is maneuvering because, you know, he's trying to put pieces on the good squares. I understand, b3. And I am trying to also do something. So we are being very cautious here. Now finally I take this pawn and c5 and d5. And this is an interesting position. You see, because I figured that since both rooks are on the d file, it makes sense to block these rooks, right? That's why I take it. But of course now my bishop is closed here. Right, and that is why this position is considered to be better for white. Also, my king is kind of open. So I played knight e5. I think that's pretty decent move because I lack space, so I need to trade stuff, right? So take, and I was hoping that white will play f4, but after that, you see the evaluation drops because now he has no follow-up. All right, so so Vasily plays very smartly. He just yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much. So Vasily, what did he play? He played the rook e2 carefully, right? And I play c4, which is impatient, of course. This is not the great move. This structure is actually pretty solid for white. I would say that I probably should have played rook e7, knight d7, open the bishop, right? Just be very solid. But I wanted to go and fight, and I wanted to play c4, sort of like threatening to create the pass pawn. But of course, it's not a good move. And after rook c4, queen b1, first line by Vasily. Yeah, now I knew I was pretty much dead, so I tried to give up the pawn, but to bring my bishop into the game. So white is a pawn up, but we have a standard Benoni position where, you know, now white's bishop on c2 is sort of has no targets, right? And I have potential play on the dark squares, which is probably not enough. But here, at least I have some activity, and activity in Blitz is critical, guys. So, see, the evaluation is still +2, but it's still slowly dropping. Queen b6, now I surprised him with rook c1, which is absolutely bluffing, right? Because he can take and play rook c2. But he took on d6, and now the evaluation changes completely. And of course I can grab this bishop, but after knight f4, it's not so good, yeah? Just rook takes d3. A lot of blunders in this game, but I think he dropped his time here. So I made a lot of Veronian moves. Yeah, that's true. My audio is very low. I think it's pretty high. I don't know why is it low. Hey guys, what's up? Hi Kaz, Mirs. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go look over my games here. So that was game number 1, which I managed to win, right? And then we have wait. That was the game number 1. And this is game number 2, where he managed to kill me. But I remember this game because I thought I was pretty good here. But I was overpressing, alright? I was overpressing. And overall, I think I was strategically better. But again, in Blitz, strategically better means nothing. Alright, so Queen C1. See, the computer likes white position because of that C6 pawn. It's just basically in King's Indian. Right, with the when you black play c6, then knight c4, potentially have this d6 square. So I thought that I was slightly better here. So c8, b4, rook b8, c3, take, and the evaluation is better for white, of course. So e4 was probably better immediately, and I played bishop d3, still slightly better for white. So bishop g3, okay, bishop a6, go back, and I decided to play e4 because I thought I was slightly better, and I was correct. Okay, so it's 0.6, 0.8 actually. a6 might be better, but I didn't want to give him squares for his knights. So far his knights have no squares. Alright, so take, and you see its evaluation is now getting bigger for white. Bishop h4 is correct, knight bishop a6. Oh, I should have just taken that bishop. I don't know. Bishop f1, I think white is better. d5 is correct. And a6, trying to hammer in that bishop is probably not good because I'm opening his rook, right? Both his rooks are open. And the bishop on b7 right now is pretty dumb because he is close by his rook. So rook a d1 immediately followed by knight d4 was probably better, yeah. Okay, so I misplayed that, knight c4. It's basically a blitz move. It's not that great. Rook d1, preparing e5 was much stronger. You need to play e5 because sort of trying to get here. But knight c4, one move threat, which is parried by knight c5. And for some reason, I did not play knight d4, which I don't understand. And then just rook a d1, right? Centralized knights, really bad bishop on a8. Probably a good advantage for white. Because now the knights are going to c6, both of them, right? That means that black will have to give up his bishop, but if he doesn't, his king will be wide open here. All right, so you just missed the match. It was pretty good match. Rated audio is a bit low. I don't understand why audio is a bit low. Hi. I think my microphone is fine. I don't understand this. What about now? Is it better? Let me check. Because my sound is all the way to 70, right? I'll try to make it 75. Actually, that's not the sound, right? Is it better? Audio is fine? Okay. All right. So that was probably better, right? I didn't see knight d4, so I played knight a5, and now immediately, of course, the evaluation changes. And I completely blundered this. I blundered this idea with the queen e2 bishop c3, right? And black is just much better. So I'm forced to play this, and black is now fine because, yeah. And bishop h4 is bad, right? So see how in 2 moves, basically black just turned around his position, and he managed to kick my pawn on e4. So this is Benoni reverse, and I had to play e5 probably. Yeah, that's correct. But I didn't see it, and I wanted to keep my pawn. But after rook b4, black is just winning. Oh, queen d2. Nice. But after queen b6, yeah, this pawn is gone, and my king is weak, so this is advantage black. So you see, like, one mistake and this game over. And after this is pretty equal, right? I should have taken with a knight, of course, and then white is okay, but now my pawn is gone on d5. Yeah, so a lot of blunders on my part. Oh, I missed knight c2, and what is that? Oh, the king just comes. My god. So that king is pretty dangerous, right? Oh, because his bishop is locked. He has no moves with his bishop. Ah, and his bishop is not in the game ever. He can never get into the game. So black is a pawn up, but his bishop is so bad, right? And this is basically equal. Right, this is basically equal. And after knight b5, in fact, white is better. Because there's possibility of bishop c6 and trapping this bishop. Ooh. That was the whole idea, I forgot. That was my idea in the first place, right? Hammer that bishop away. My god. Alright, and then I screwed up and then he just wins. And of course, same thing, right? King f2. But after this move is, of course, black is winning, yeah. And he just wins the second pawn. Knight d3, knight b4 was mandatory. But after this, he wins. Alright, so that was a pretty interesting game. So you see, Vasily, he sees a lot of great tactics, right? He's a very strong tactician. This game was extremely interesting because I actually prepared this line back, way back, together with my wife. We looked at a lot of, when I was studying King's Indian for black, we were looking at a lot of lines, including this one. Alright, greetings from Rio de Janeiro. Greetings. Hi, Gradiosus. What's up, man? Johnny, what's up? Capisao Larono. Alright. Agrilla is rating. Great. Thank you so much, man. 38 viewers. Wow. Alright, so let's check this out. So there was this idea. And f5. This is like ancient move, and the reason this move has been stopped playing because precisely because of this bishop g5. All right, it was precisely because of this maneuver. However, after looking some games with the computer, and after this c5 line, it's not so clear. I thought that black has some forced lines we can lead to a draw. All right, but after rook b1, black is fine. Black is fine, maybe take on b4, I don't know, g5 is fine. And I do remember that computer defense against this queen infiltration. And not sure about a5. Oh, yeah, I forgot. My god. Because he cannot take on d6. I forgot. You know why? Because of bishop f8 and queen is trapped. Alright? And that was the line. My god, I forgot this piece of prep. Yeah, now black is better. I forgot, my god. Yeah, bishop d7, beautiful, beautiful idea. Bishop d7 and rook f6, guys. That was the preparation, all right? This is top secret preparation. You guys get it for free, all right? This is the grandmaster preparation. That is the reason why white cannot improve in this position. His queen cannot go anywhere. And then knight goes to f4, bishop d7. And the idea is that black basically can just harass this queen. Maybe first play, yeah. So the queen can never actually take this pawn, right? Because of this, again, same plan, bishop f8, right? And then you just harass this queen. There is no rook b7 because of bishop c8, and white cannot infiltrate. That is the whole point, guys. All right. So I misplayed it. I couldn't remember. I didn't prepare for the match, obviously. And queen b5, and now white is better because he gets this square, which this a5 move gave white. All right. Thank you very much. That was I thought it was a fantastic match. All right. Yeah, that was pretty good prep, guys. We were working really hard. No, but no need to save it. You know, I'm sharing with you guys, right? Because it's you know, this is what I do now. I'm not a pro player anymore, right? And this is this idea from what, 2 years ago, I think, maybe 1 year ago. 1 year ago.
Before the Isle of Man.
Before the Isle of Man. Are you sure? But we also prepared before the World Championship.
Yes.
So that this idea is like 2 years old, all right? So thank you very much, Nicola. Okay, and then I thought it was very interesting still. Knight a4, and so I play correctly, right? Knight f4 corrects. King f1 was a very strange move, but okay. Rook a7 corrects. Oh, I play first line moves. That's nice. Queen d7, first line, g3. Oh, he's not threatening to take this knight. Oh my god. He's not threatening to take this knight because his bishop is trapped, and this knight actually holds his king stuck and his rook is disconnected. So you can basically play it like this and give the check back, right? Oh, not anymore. Ah. Alright, so that's why the computer plays rook c7. He protects against possible bishop c5, right? And white cannot really take this because then you activate your rook and white king is on f1. So that is the right way to play this.
Was rook f7 possible instead of queen d7?
I didn't want to give him d6 pawn.
But then knight g3 and
Alright, so my wife is asking if I can play rook f7.
Yes, I just was wondering.
And then if you take...
No, rook a f7.
Ah, rook a f7. And if you take and then rook f6, that's the...
No, then knight d3 I want.
Knight d3.
No.
King e2. Alright, we have some family discussion here. My wife is the women's grandmaster, so she is... yeah, so you know, plenty of room for your home prep, home analysis, guys, right? So this is actually, I hope these games will stimulate your further development of the King's Indian, all right? See, it's only +3, which I think is perfectly playable. And after rook b7, queen a5, bishop f6. Ooh, bishop f6. This is such a strong idea, guys. And then bishop d8, boom. Wow. Black wins the whole tempo compared to the line that I played. Right, see, I played the second line move, and then he plays a3. See, Vasily, he's a genius. I didn't see this a3 idea, but he sees it. Right, it's the first line. First line move, a3. Guys, in Blitz. Raid. Thank you for the raid, guys. Isn't this typical mess up? This is, look at the evaluation. It's practically, it's first line is advantage white, second line is draws, third line, black is winning. This is typical kid, guys. All right, it means that the game can go either way. Thank you for the stream. All right, so let's see what happened. A3, first line move. Fantastic play by Vasily, of course. Take, so I played queen a3, queen a2, b5, bishop f6. I had to bring that bishop, obviously, bishop d8. And now this is actually equal, but then I start to mess up somewhere, right? So queen a3 is good, knight b3, bishop b6 I thought was good. Oh, rook a8 was a mistake. Ah, okay, because potentially this rook gets with this trick rook a1, right? So bishop c3, I missed queen a4. Actually, I played it. And then I am better. Oh, I could have taken the whole pawn. My god. I could have taken his pawn and then black is simply better. What the hell was I thinking? My god, and you just activate everything, right? Pawns are hanging, then queen goes to f7, rook f3 is coming, black is simply better. I could have taken the whole pawn. Jesus Christ, man. Wow. And now queen f7, rook a8, alright. Rook c2, he is very passive, rook a3. See, one mistake and it's basically game over. Yeah. One mistake and it's game over because of this. Rook a1 was better immediately, yeah? Bishop a5 was terrible. So, and now he managed to exchange stuff, and I had to keep the rooks on board, of course. If I keep the rooks on board, then he cannot improve his position. The knight doesn't get the access to the square, and rook is always constantly threatening to attack something. So this b6 plan doesn't really work anymore, because this rook is vital, absolutely vital. So if he plays rook b5, then rook a2, I keep harassing his king, and so he plays knight f1, right, with the idea of knight e3, h5. Even if he gets this knight here, this rook here, it's but rook cb1, and again, the computer is not impressed. So probably white is better, but he's not winning. But after this trade, yeah, this is an absolutely horrendous move, of course. But yeah, now white is completely winning. See, it's +4 now. All right, so that was a critical mistake. That was a critical mistake. That was game number 3. Game number 4, I managed to win, so we're tied again. And raid incoming. All right, we saw that. Upload this video of your analysis to YouTube. The first game of the match was not really covered by the commentators. All right, thank you so much, guys. So this was extremely fun. And you guys saw how a lot of games we decided in the end game, right? I tricked him some games, he tricked me in a lot of games. Yeah, see, this is slightly better for whites, always. Slightly better for whites. So grab here, and we have seen a lot of these structures, right? And a lot of structures like this with the pair of bishops for white, and you saw how I managed to pose Vasily a lot of problems, right? And a lot of you who are familiar with my channel, with my commentating, they know that these positions are I always consider them better for white. And it is extremely difficult to play well for black. Here, Vasily plays first line, e5, absolutely correct. And he plays this b6, absolutely correct as well. Wow, Vasily plays first line moves, guys. That is bloody amazing, but I'm okay. I'm playing second line move. All right. Woohoo! Second line move. Rook ac1 was not the first line move. All right. Rook fd1, f4, and rook fd1, but that is computer bullshit. That's difficult, so difficult to understand. And so this position, right? The trick was if I play bishop d1, he plays bishop d3, and rook a1, and rook b3 followed by bishop c2. I was very lucky to see that, right? Because black is winning, right? So I realized that I have to put my bishop here, and now I have very active bishop. Probably bishop d5 immediately was better, but rook b7 first line, tying up his rook here. The bishop is tied up to this pawn, and rook is tied up to this pawn. So this rook and bishop, they basically tie up black entire arsenal, right? And now I'm gonna play just g4, bring the king to g3, activate the rook, and then play e6 and you know, rook behind. Basically, you play like a rook endgame. So I think Vasily was pretty smart. He decided to give up this thing for that pawn on h4. But now I managed to trap his rook a little bit, yeah. And to get back, this rook has to be black has to play g5, and then it's then his pawn structure suffers, right? So g3 and king g2 was probably better, but I wanted to keep his rook trapped. And rook b1, and he plays g5, and after this, I think this is very dangerous for black. f6, and it's +2, right? And after e4, woohoo, e4, and white is winning, +3. White is winning because there is no defense against this rook g7. So black must have, you know, this rook endgames are very tricky, guys, right? Check, king comes, rook, king e3 actually second line, right? Rook g7 and e6, and white is winning, right? So this was very educational, I think. This was very educational because, yeah, this pawn together and this rook, they just win. This was a good endgame win by me, I think. This was a very good endgame win. So I'm very proud of this this endgame win. And now we come to this another piece of preparation in King's Indian by both me and my wife. All right, so I was very fortunate to look at this line as well. And I think at some point Vasily was in huge trouble, right? Thanks, guys. Because of dinner, you missed some games. Right, so this was a piece of prep. And Vasily was really suffering with white here. I was looking at his expression in the Zoom, and he was not happy with his position. So this is the line that actually equalizes for black. This is the reason why white doesn't play bishop c1 anymore. Because of this, and queen h4 is actually stronger. Right. Yeah, for some reason I forgot that there is this move, right? Not fg4 automatic move, but this move, and black is fine. But I think 95, yeah, 95 was not that good. Yeah, so you see black is better according to the computer, right? Black is already better. Taking on a4 is actually probably even stronger. And if f3, then bishop f5 and knight e3, right? So black is actually better. So this line is good for black. And I played knight e5, bad move. And queen h4, right? Now, yeah, so this is actually some games have been played here, but if white doesn't know what to do, knight b5 I think was the move played in a lot of games, but after rook f7 is considered to be equal. But he played bishop e3, and after rook e8, black is now bishop g4 first line. h3 had to be played probably, and after this, oh, knight f3 is only a draw. All right, so this was a good draw. All right, I was hoping for bishop e5, of course, but I could not make it work. So after knight e4, white is winning, yeah? All right, so it was fair draw. I thought it was a pretty exciting draw, guys, because, you know, pair of bishops, attack, right? Pawn sack, exchange sack. Black is fine with the draw. So this was piece of prep. I misplayed it, of course. But still. So I showed that King's Indian is alive, right? King's Indian is alive. All right. This was the... Yeah, Vasily also let me off the hook quite a few times. You play King's Indian. All right, good. Good. Very good. All right, so let's see what happened here. So I actually sacrificed the pawn here, and he decided to grab it. Just like Mr. Dukes did, right? Rook b1, and of course I had to play... see, the computer is very happy with this position. So I had to play c4 and e5. Yeah, okay. And yeah, black is in serious trouble actually here. Because if he plays knight d7, then it's e6, right? So he has to play knight h5. And then this knight is on the rim. And white has plenty of compensation, right? Huge lead in the development. You see point 9 is like huge. And then c5, bishop c4. You know, trust me, this is great compensation. I just played, I wanted to develop, unfortunately, and he plays d6. I wasted important tempo on this move. Again, should have just castled, and if g6, then rook e1, and probably go e5. Yeah, so the computer shows that white does have compensation here. I don't know, h3, g6, here, rook e1. Yeah, probably just play bishop h2, c4, because you have the center, and black extra pawn doesn't do much. Instead, I allowed him to play e5, right? Yeah, and now black is better. Yeah, black is better now. After e5, black is absolutely better. Yeah. Yeah, black is better. All right, he is because his knight got the square, and I don't have b4, which is standard way of playing this. So black is winning. He grabbed another pawn. Why not? Yeah. c3, because if f4, knight takes g3, so I had to protect this bishop. But then he played very strange. He allowed me to play g4 and trap his knight. See, suddenly black is lost. Yeah. Oh. e6 first, of course. e6 first. My God. My God. And because there is rook b7, right? So he has to take with the bishop, and now it's just much better for white because, yeah. All right. So I grab this, and after fe5, knight f3, bishop f5, and I play this ridiculous move, rook b4, and I played queen a7, and then I should have just, yeah, now this is draw, yeah, queen f2, okay, but with the king open like that, I wanted to play really solid, and now this is of course a draw, yeah, this is a draw, so basically this is a draw. Alright, so a game with missing chances for both of us. So draw is a fair result, I would say. So this is the game that I tricked him, right? He was much better for whites. Yeah, Yeah. I mean, exciting, guys. This is very exciting match. I'm not talking about rematch. I think they should actually bring all the older talent, right? That is now because of the youngsters which are currently occupying the top positions in the world. But these top guys, they're like still in top 100. Shirov, Gelfand, the others that you don't often hear about them, they're still in the top 100. They're still very strong. So we should actually watch them once they get here. Could you teach us how to properly play the Grunfeld? I haven't studied Grunfeld, guys. If you want to study Grunfeld, study Vashel Graf games, right? He was the best in Grunfeld, as far as I know. I'm not playing Grunfeld anymore for the last 5 years. I've been playing King's Indian and Slav lately. This time control is pretty good, all right? Pretty good, and longer time control increments. They allow higher quality chess, right? That is why I prefer longer time control. Also for Vasily, he also had time to uncork his beautiful ideas, as we have seen, right? If it was without the increment, we would be just two old timers trying to click the mouse, and it will not be fun. This is the whole point. F6. Oh, bishop h3 I missed. So I thought that this was not good because he grabs this pawn. But basically this is equal because he has double pawns. And then I go for the standard attack, and the queen on h3 is very powerful. And then rook f6, right? And if he plays bishop a3 here, then it's just rook d8, I think. And then again, f5. Yeah, this is a standard way. Yeah, I should have played this. This is very dangerous attack for this pawn. Rooks, right? F4. Yeah, definitely plenty of compensation by black. All right, that's what you should do, guys. All right, that was my original idea, to play bishop h3, trade the bishop, and I chicken out. I played f6 and bishop f7. That I usually play, but only after white plays f4. Then I play f6, bishop f7, because after f4, white king is slightly loose. But here, here white is better. In this position, to be honest, I thought it was pretty much equal. And the computer shows that yes, you can do this. I forgot. All right, you can just play bishop b6, and you must ignore this pawn. Don't take this pawn. If white takes this pawn, you take with an f pawn. Your bishop opens, right? And the bishop on b6 is now untouchable because you simply play. See, black is better now, right? Because you're threatening e4, and if white plays e4, then you start harassing this pawn. And then f5, and then white can never grab on e5 because of the pressure on the f2, right? And then black is better, right? So that's what I should have played. That is why analyzing after the games is important, right? Knight g6 is terrible. Terrible move. Knight is doing absolutely nothing. This is the absolutely worst position for the knight. Absolutely worst position. So knight d5, the correct move, guys. Right. Okay. Right. So this is the correct way to play the position. Rook d1, c6. I wanted to kick this knight out, and then yeah, d5 was not good. Was not good. Definitely not good. b5 first, or rook e8, but I didn't like my position, to be honest, because this weaknesses, the knight on the g6 sucks. And if f5, then d5, and I'm forced to play c5, and then my bishop is dead and his bishop is way open, right? So that's I didn't want to do. So I wanted to play d5 and close his bishop, but obviously white is better, because again, my bishop is bad and his knight is much better than my other knight. So rook e1 was bishop c5 was interesting, but yeah, knight e7 was correct. Try to bring the wayward knight to c6 to attack this pawn, right? To play b5 later. So this is the period where he played pretty well. I was really worried about queen d3, and he played rook e1 instead. But I was worried about queen d3, because if I play b5, now he plays bishop c5, I cannot capture this bishop, and he just plays b4 and cements this bishop here, and then potentially attacks this pawn formation, and white is winning. See, +1. So I was worried about this. Instead, he trades the rooks, and now I have room to breathe. And okay, so after d4, this is equal. This is good news because c6, queen d6, knight d4, queen c6, and knight f6, right? Queen f6. This is an important trick. This is an important trick. So Vasily played c6 and he played queen d2. Queen c5, first line, all right. Knight e6 is equal. And I managed to block his pawn and not allow his queen to support this pawn. Now my king just comes running and we attack this pawn, and this should be a draw because I take this pawn and he takes this pawn, right? But he decides to play knight f4. Whoa, I play first line move, the only move, queen c3, because I need to immediately attack this queen away from blocking my pawn. And see, black is better now, right? So Vasily misplayed it, and after this, he is worse. In fact, he is lost. This position is lost. All right. Check and a5, and this was pretty damn good, right? So this was a very instructive way, right? You have to feel the timing. The timing is critical. You must play very accurately, and you know, sometimes you have to, you know, be timely. All right. You have to be timely, right? How did Ivanchuk? Because he played only one game. That's what he said. This is provisional rating, all right? He played only one game on that account. And Ivanchuk doesn't play online chess, guys. He really doesn't. Only one time we saw him play on chess.com. That was a couple of weeks ago, I think. And that's it. You don't see Vasily playing online chess. That's not his thing. I think he does play some checkers online, but chess, no, I haven't seen him. All right. Vasily won the match, but it was really close, right? It was really close, and the way we played the match, I got a lot of pleasure because the games were fantastic, right? Fantastic games. A lot of blunders, of course, but it's Blitz. What do you expect? But the quality overall, yeah, we played a lot of first line and second line, third line moves. Beautiful chess. All right, here's the game, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the final game of the first half. I was leading 1 point before that, right? You see me leading with 3 wins, and this is the game that I blundered c2. Absolutely beautiful concept. In a drawn position, I missed that concept. We played this line that I played with white. I was very successful with it in classical chess, right? This is my favorite line to play with white because it's very attacking line. And all right, and the way he plays it is the way Ilyanov played against me, and yeah, but I think white is fine here, to be honest. White is fine here, and yeah, against Ilyanov I played b4 followed by bishop b3, and I think that is correct way to play this position. All right, I think that's correct way. I think white is better. There are a lot of analysis, of course, which I couldn't remember, but I played this safe move, and I thought that this was slightly better for white as well. And see, I was not wrong. The computer agrees with me. Bishop e3, probably not that accurate. Queen d2, second line move. And because if I take with the bishop, right, he just plays bishop b5 and he trades this bishop and or plays knight b5. Still good, better for white, but after this move, I willingly make a weakness on c4. But there is always this idea of c5 and bishop a6. So that's why he plays queen a8, and of course I had to play c5. I wasn't sure about this position, but it does look like, oh, just a pawn, yeah. Ooh, because if he grabs this, then I grab this pawn because his queen just left that pawn. And the bishop b5, there's this queen a2, right? Rook f8 and bishop c4, or bishop h6. All right, see, this is better for white because all your pieces are better. They are better prepared for the opening. The thing about top chess guys you have to realize is this is why placement of the minor pieces and all your pieces are important, because you have to watch out for those pawn breaks. And this is what grandmasters do. They develop their pieces looking forward, planning ahead and foreseeing all those potential pawn breaks, which will allow them to transform the game into a superior endgame, where you have more activity, where your pieces are better placed, you know, going for the attack, shifting the position, strategic advantage to tactical advantage, right? So that is what the GM is all about. Right, a lot of tactics. Okay. Sure. Vasily is a genius. Come on, guys. If you don't agree with that, you're on crack, all right? That's my personal opinion. Right, so one of the ideas that the whites has here is to play knight e2, knight c3, and knight e5. But I think rook a b1 was very solid. And rook c1, I think knight g5 was pretty okay. And, oh, knight f5, guys. Beautiful chess. Knight f5. That is how you bring that knight. Black cannot afford to give you this bishop. And then you get this position. Check. And then bishop c2. And if knight c5. Oh, knight f7, knight d6. And if king g7. Still bishop c2. And then you take with the pawn. Alright, but this knight on d4 is pretty badass. I don't know. Maybe. See, the computer plays rook f1, f4 for the attack. But I don't know. In blitz, it's really difficult. So I played the move that looked very natural to me. c5, opening the bishop, putting the bishop on c4. But the computer says it's equal now, yeah? Bishop d8. Wow, first line move by Vasily, because otherwise, yeah, rook b6. And the bishop is beautiful, right? It blocks everything. And white is better. But Vasily sees this and he plays bishop d8. Wow. That is why he is so great, right? That is why he is so great, because he, even in blitz, he managed to find these strong moves. Queen d7, first line. Rook b7, second line, but it transposes to the first line. Alright. Wow, knight a5, first line. Knight f1, first line. Guys, do you realize how difficult it is, unreal, to play first line moves in complicated positions like that? I don't think you realize how impossible it is. This is bloody impossible. And this is obviously a draw, right? This is a bloody draw. Yeah, knight c4, king f4, and of course king d1, forcing knight d3. Then just grab this, right? Check, grab, knight e4, and this is a draw. So that was a draw, right? But he played this incredible trick, and then c2, and white is winning. Because if knight b3, and my king cannot come, right? Beautiful. Beautiful trap by Vasily. I tricked him in the previous game, right? In the end game, but now he tricked me in the end game. This is beautiful. You can calculate this in blitz. Alright. Sir, what is your rating that you speak so lightly about moves like this? If you are 2600s, sorry, I wouldn't agree. Unless you're 2700, then okay. Then 2700, then okay, I agree with you. These moves are easy because, you know, people spend decades, both me and Vasily, you know, spend decades to get this good, right? To get this feel, understanding, intuition. I mean, if you say the stuff like, you know, it's easy to calculate, you better be 2800 player to back that up, all right? You better be, because otherwise you're just trolling, sir. All right, I'm just gonna call bullshit when I see it. All right, this is really difficult, believe me, really difficult. So that was that game, and now I played this. Now Vasily crushed me strategically and tactically, and he played this queen b3 line, which is offbeat line from Slav, which you have to remember, you have to analyze, of course, and I didn't remember, and I played g6. That's the reason, you know, there is a line with queen c2 and then g6, and white doesn't have knight c3, right? But he plays queen b3, and now he plays knight c3, right? Alright, so that was the trick, and e4. Now we're in the Grunfeld with the c6, and of course I don't remember anything here, so I just wing it. Bishop g4 should have been played actually, and just, you know, because that knight is very good and my bishop is really bad. But the positions after bishop to e3 I didn't like. In general, this is already a difficult position for black. All right, h3, perfect move. You know, preventing that bishop g4, right? Now I'm stuck with this bishop. So I had to play probably c5, which is correct, and go for this line, but after queen c2, white has huge center, my bishop is lousy, and, you know, e5, bishop e3, queen is bad, so very bad position for black, so I played rook d8, knight e8, and knight d6. So basically just winging it, right? And hoping for some tactical resources. And now we come to this position where I thought that, you know, I have some chances here actually. Bishop c4 was much stronger, of course, but I don't know. I wanted to keep my pair of bishops. But see, he's just developing. My pieces are underdeveloped. The knight here is bad. I had to play knight e8 back, right, to try to prevent that e5, e6 thing. And h6 probably only made things worse because it weakens this g6 pawn. So after e6, this pawn is weak. Right, see, white is winning. So he just plays e5. And I realized that after knight f5, g4, this pawn took away my key square from this knight. So white is winning. So this is completely lost for black. And the only thing he did is he played this, but t5. And now this pawn is basically killing me everywhere. Alright, so knight f6, bishop b3, take. Very surprised with knight d7, and now we're back in the game, right? Was very surprised. I thought he will give me a check and play knight d3, just to keep me trapped here. Wow, but Vasily made a mistake, and he allowed me to get back into the game. Knight f e5, and now I should have played just king h7, correct? And you see, this is already not so simple, because if queen c7, then queen e4, and there's queen e3 check now, right? And black has pair of bishops, and both bishops are actually playing. I played queen e4, which was the dumbest move ever, because I simply blundered this pawn on g6 after king h7. And after this, of course, white is completely winning, because this pawn is falling, knight h4 is coming, bishop c2 is coming, bishop d5 is coming, and rook c7. Missing bishop d4, right? And yeah, I think at this point I was really low on time though, and I realized I was losing. But of course, you know, I should have put up more fight, of course. But I thought that I was completely lost at this point. But it seems that I still have some counterplay, right? Knight e2, bishop e5, my god. I don't know. Okay, I didn't see that. I did not see that. And then I blundered rook c3, I resigned. Alright, so not bad. But, you know, sometimes you have a bad position, right? And then you just resign mentally, right? That is a standard psychological mistake, right? Have to keep fighting, have to believe in your position, and then you get a chance to come back, right? He gave me a chance on this game, guys. I had a chance to come back, right? All right. Have some chance to come back in that game. Quiet chat. All right, good. All right, that's good, because I'm the one who is talking, right? Just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry about that. All right, so this is the standard way. He plays knight e4, which I demonstrated is a good way to play this. Yeah, for some reason I didn't play queen e2. Yeah, very surprised that I didn't play this. Because I attacked this pawn, right? And just take, bishop g3. And he has to do something about this pawn. And then I just play rook d1 and e4. Right, and white is better. Yeah, I mean, why didn't I play queen e2? Usually, I think I played queen e2 in some blitz against some dude on lead chess like a few days ago. And then I forgot about this queen e2 in this game. So I play rook e1, which is still pretty good, right? Queen e7, bishop h4. Again, queen e2. Just play queen e2, man. Right? Attack this pawn. He cannot play e5 because you get this wonderful square for your bishop. And if he plays bishop e7, then just play e4 and white is better. My god, what did I do? Knight d2, queen b3. Now this is equal. Yeah, this is equal. I should have played queen c4, but okay, queen c6, queen d7, and this is equal, right? I could basically just agree in a draw. Yeah, I should have taken this pawn and played the knight f3 here. And see, white is better, because now these pawns are suffering. Rook d1 is coming. See, it's 0.9. It's 0.9. It's advantage of white, because black has no time for rook d8, right? And I have a time to make this extra incredible move. So after knight f3, knight h5, rook d1, huge tempo, huge tempo. He has to play queen c8, and now bishop h2, and then e4, all his pawns on the dark squares. The queen on c4 is perfect, right? So the computer says he has to play queen e6, but this endgame is bad because of the CP. You control the only open file, and the bad bishop on g7. So that means the knight, once it goes to c4, potentially have a break with b4, forcing black to take here, and then you get this far past pawn, right? So that is what I missed. My god, I missed so many stuff. I thought it was equal. So I played rook d1 with the same idea, but of course he plays d5 and he grabs this pawn, and I should have grabbed with the e pawn, right? And this is just draw, but I grabbed this pawn and I missed bishop f8. And again, I missed so many things. Bishop e5 must have been played, because then I force his knight to play to h5. Now you play rook c1, and now you play bishop queen b5, because knight doesn't have access to the e4 square anymore. And this is good for white. I played a tempo move, automatic move, but this was bad. And now if I play bishop e5, he has bishop b4 and rook d1, and then he just plays rook e6, and I don't have queen b5 anymore. So that was the trick that that really threw me off. Okay, see, the computer still likes white position here, incredibly. c5, what did I miss? If I take, oh, knight g4, wow, beautiful. And his pawn on d5. If we trade these pawns, this bishop is good, but he is doing nothing. Nothing. I just have to play b3, and then that bishop is still not that good. Better for white. Oh, I played a f3 chicken move, and then I'm much worse. Wow. Chicken move. Yeah, chicken moves don't work, guys. So you gotta have balls and play chess, right? You gotta have balls, because this is bad move. It's not that bad. See how much we missed? Knight g4. I missed again. g4, trying to counter his knight. And basically this is equal now. Alright, so this is equal. Yeah, this is equal. This is a draw. Alright. That was a draw. And yeah, still fantastic games. And this is the game that was heartbreaker, because he was leading by 1 point. And if I had won this game, we would be equal. All right, we would be equal. I was so close. I was so close. I created this counter threat. My God, King's Indian rules, guys. King's Indian is ruling. King's Indian was. See how well I played. My King's Indian was working very well against Vasily. Right, I was getting good positions. Damn good positions. c6 is slightly chicken, but okay, still working. a3, rook b8, b4. And yeah, I was thinking about playing d5 here, but I was not sure. I didn't like the structure, so I played a5. I think that was pretty good. All right, take. Knight takes, but white is better. Yeah, white is better. Because knight on b6 sucks. It's not that good. This knight on b6 really bad. Knight on b6 really bad. So he outplayed me here. Opening part in this game particularly was not that great. So d5 had to be played, right? And then just grab this pawn and go for the structure, I guess. But I didn't like having these weaknesses. The computer says it's okay, but I do not believe computer, all right? I do not believe computers. Look at this, bishop g1, my God. And then e5. You have to play e5. You have to play e5 and start opening the position up, right? I mean, if he plays bishop g1, you have to play e5. But if he plays bishop g5, Then h6, bishop h4. Oh, 93, knight g2. Tactics, tactics. And the bishop c1, then e5 anyway. Castles, castles, and... Alright, so tactically black survives, and he's actually fine here, because you managed to ruin his structure as well and gain this incredible square for your knight. Still white is better, of course, slightly, because he has more active position. Right, this is key pawn, because it takes away the square, but black is equal. Alright, so black is equal, so that's how you should have played this position. Instead, I went for this tank, d5. I knew I was worse here, but so I didn't want to allow d5, knight d4, knight c6, right? So I went for this, a4, knight c7 bad, and then of course this is bad position for me. So I decided to grab with this pair of bishops, f6 first line, bishop b4, d5, and e4 second line. Not bad. Because it's better to give up the pawn, but to open your bishop. Because you see it's only 0.6, right? Rook b5 is for chicken, right? Rook b5 is trying to make a draw in this position, but queen c7 is the manly move, right? You're going for that. Bishop d7, correct first line. Rook c1, very strange move, and then I went and played queen e5 because I was trying to desperately create some counter threats. And rook f8 was of course much stronger, followed by queen f4 and bishop e5 immediately, and it would have been superior. He grabbed this pawn, queen h5, going for that bishop e5. White is winning completely, but he blundered in one move, right? He blundered queen h6, and black is better now. Yeah, black is better. It's -6 now. Counter attack is critical. Bishop g3 and black is winning now. Yeah, bishop g4 just wins. My god, just wins because bishop f3 winning the queen. White resigns. I don't know why I played bishop e5. I don't know why I played bishop e5. Bishop g4, so obvious, right? And queen f2, and this is still winning. Queen h3, terrible move. Bishop e4, just grab all these pawns. Yeah, huge attack. 93, bishop d4. Oh, the wrong move. Rook a8. Rook a8 was winning. I'll show you the line. I saw this line because this is losing. Right? Check and mate, guys. Right? After rook a8, no defense. And then... See, rook a8 still wins, right? Rook a8 wins, and then I blunder queen f8 mate, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, you see this? -8, right? Rook a8 wins the game. There's mate. Mate in one. And that's just like that. You win the whole rook. You win the goddamn rook. Boom. White resigns. If I had won this game, it would have been equal score in the match. See how it is important to attack. Again, very important. Always take initiative, attack. You can turn around the game then. So after I lost this game, I was really disheartened. All right, this game kind of broke my morale. It was broken after this game. And I basically, the next game, because of that, this game I just basically played like a patzer, and I just wanted to make a draw. Because I realized I was blundering way too much. Alright. Yeah, that was a heartbreaker, guys. That was a heartbreaker. So what happens? What happens? Well, where's my chats? What did I miss? Check interview was over 1 hour. Oh, you guys heard his interview. Highly recommend, guys, watch his interview. Fantastic. Then end was a shock. Yeah, the end was a shock. If I had won that game, the match would have gone on. Right. So let's see. So 95, bishop e3 was of course much stronger. I forgot about that. Followed by knight b3, right? On bishop e2 and bishop f3. This is actually better for white. Better for white. This is unpleasant. This is very unpleasant for black. But again, after the last game, I was like, was not in the mood to fight anymore. And queen d4, very powerful move. I didn't see it. The idea is you prevent the normal development of this bishop, and then you win an important tempo, and you can play basically bishop e3. And now black doesn't have bishop c5 anymore. And then this is better for white, because this pawn is fixed, and white will play bishop e2, bishop f3. You take control of the line, and this incredible square on b6 is hugely important. Maybe black can draw this. I mean, probably he can draw this, but white has a certain advantage. I played very innocuously, and yeah, and black is just fine here. All right, I tried some tricks, but honestly, it doesn't work. Queen c7, queen e3, and I offered a draw here because I thought that. Oh, but I'm better. Wow. Alright, but it's minuscule advantage, but still, I'm better. Wow. Because he can never take this pawn, as this pawn is very dangerous now. It's an advantage for white. So... Oh, but how can black play then? Rook e7. Oh, rook b6, queen f6 is coming. Oh, I should have played on. Because again, my rook goes to this beautiful square on b6. Attacking square and forcing black into the passive defense. Oh my god. So I thought it was a completely draw. Yeah, I thought it was a dead draw. I was still under effect from the last game, right? But this is actually advantage white, because this rook is much more active. It goes to b6 and then potentially, right, black is very passive. Ah. Yeah, so the computer says maybe it's a draw, but it's difficult, all right? It is difficult. No, but I was very upset from the previous game, and you know, there's a rule in chess the professionals do. Sometimes when you feel you're not on the top form, you gotta make a draw after you lose the game, right? That was not my conscious decision to make a draw here, but that was kind of in my mind subconsciously, right? I was just trying to play safe, especially after you blunder. After you blunder mate in one, anybody's confidence will be shaken, all right? So just trying to play very solid, and that fear factor sets in a little bit, right? But as you can see, I had nothing to fear actually. I could have played for a win here and press him a little bit. Vasily would have probably played on in this position, all right? Probably would have played on. All right, so drawing this game, and basically Vasily wins the match because he is too far ahead. And now he plays this game, next game, absolutely brilliantly. He kills me in the opening. So let's take a look, because this line he probably prepared. So this is Khan. This is my beloved opening with black. And bishop d6. Oh, queen d2 is the first line. Yeah, I didn't know this move. I mean, probably I forgot about this move, but this whole plan with white castling queenside, very strong. Actually, I had a game like this in Las Vegas at the Maurice Ashley Millionaire Open Tournament. There was this guy, I don't know where he was from. He was from some exotic country, and he played this exact line against me. And I was worse. I was like wondering what happens, because he gets free attack on the king side, right? And my king cannot really go, cannot hide on the queen side, because his pieces are just so much better. He will have easy game, like going rook c1, knight d5, killing my king here. So that means I cannot castle here, I cannot castle here, and I don't have any attack, because basically this is impregnable fortress, right? So now I'm trying to wing it, and let's see if I was close, all right? Let us see how close was I. d6, and after g4, it's already pretty much game over. Queen b8, b3. You see the evaluation? Black has no counterplay at all. No counterplay. So I castled, knight d7, and I decided to go b5, but it just only increased the advantage for white. right? I had to play knight c5. I had to be patient. I had to wait all the way for white to be aggressive here, because if he plays g6, then I have maybe some chances, right? But not many, to be honest. Not many, because after b4, I have to give this knight, right? Because this pawn falls. So I played b5, and he just grabs this pawn. So basically, white has free pawn. He has superior pieces. I have no attack. And he just finished me off in style very much here. So I played d5, and then Vasily finds this beautiful knight f5 trick. And my bishop is tied to this knight. Bishop cannot move. I lose my knight. And there are no threats here because there is check coming. And then boom, both knights are hanging. Queen is hanging. White has two pair of bishops, 2 pawns, very strong pieces, resignable position. All right. So I play just a couple of moves more, but it's obviously lost. All right. Obviously lost. Fantastic performance by Vasily. He absolutely crushed me in this game. But I came back in the very next game, guys. Yeah, I mean, you should guys ask for the... tell Gata to what? Oh, Fiona, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for the raid. Thank you, guys. That was great. Alex was surprised when he offered him a draw in the last position here. Yeah, but again, I was under effect from the previous games. All right. So that was pretty important, but this endgame was nice. This was nice revenge. I could still... this is how I showed you guys how to play the structures and why these structures are so dangerous, all right? This is why these endgames are always dangerous for black, because you have to be playing them perfectly, like a computer, to avoid being in trouble. f6, I didn't like this move. Ideally, you want to keep the square for your bishop to go for e5, right? See, bishop f6 is computer first line. And after e6, look at this. You take away the square, and black is worse now. I don't know about this king e3. I didn't see it. All right, this king e3 is probably too much. All right, this king e3, bishop d3, this is modern chess nonsense. I don't know. This is pretty badass probably, but it's okay. King e3. No words, all right? So I just grab this, and bishop f4, with the idea of putting the bishop to business on h3, right? Potentially that bishop goes to c8 and eyes these pawns. Knight f8 was good. g3. He had to play bishop f5, absolutely. But he was probably afraid of knight d1, knight e3, right? I understand that, but he had to play this because after bishop h3, you see how evaluation went up? Because his bishop on g6 is now very bad. All right, what did I miss here? What did I miss here? Why the computer says that this was much stronger? Oh, b5. That is the perfect moment to break. My god, I missed this. Okay, b5, of course. You cannot take it because now black is losing this pawn, right? And if you take it like this, then after knight d5, this is double pawn, and now you have a huge passer in the center. It might be not enough, but it's definitely huge problems for black, especially if that pawn goes alive, right? All right, so I didn't see that. I wanted to keep the tension. That is not a bad thing, to keep the tension. All right, but 92, I think. So I think this was still pretty good for me. Of course, the computer is laughing. I will show you the idea that I saw, and I'm not sure that Vasily saw it, right? I think he should have just traded the rooks and played rook e8. And the idea is, I cannot really play bishop c8 because he just plays bishop b5, and then he plays king d7, and look at this bishop on b7. It's locked. It is totally locked. Bishop protects everything, right? And I think this is a draw, so I have to play g4, and then the computer is correct. Just block everything here, and this looks like a draw. All right, this looks like a draw. See, this is equal. Equal. This is how he should have played. So not worrying about giving up this pawn because black bishop on b5 is so damn strong. Yeah, but he played g6, and of course I immediately prevent his trading of rooks here. And actually I thought that was a pretty good idea This was a good idea, but his bishop has no moves. He should have traded the rooks, obviously. But probably, I think he was afraid that I'll put him into Zugzwang here, like b3. It looks like black has no moves, but he can play either a5, and this is a draw, right? So if I play g4 here, this is probably my only chance, actually. Oh, this is winning. So he has to take this way. And then bishop f6. h6 is winning. My god, this is tricky. This is tricky as heck. So this was very tricky, actually. g3 probably correct. King f5, bishop f4. Yeah, but black is better now, right? Black is better now. So this is not working. And if I just grab this pawn, then f5 and bishop f6, and now black is counteracting. So he should have played this, right? He played rook g8, and then he played very strange. So b5 was a threat, I think, and now white is slightly better. Now white is winning because I don't know why he didn't play king g6, to be honest. And rook e8, right? That was so pretty obvious. Probably he was again afraid of this rook trade, but this was a draw. But in the end, he plays king e6, and basically this is easy win, right? Yeah, this is easy win. All right, so again, very passive opening for black. And finally, we come to the last game. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Getting beat up by a 900 player. Very funny. Следующая партия ужасно слабая. Может быть, я не знаю. Попробуйте сами сыграть против суперсильного гроссмейстера 16-ю партию подряд. Посмотрим, что от вас останется. Хорошо? Окей. Так. Alright, so this, I was playing Dutch, and yes, I admit that in the opening I was not impressive. And but I felt that I had some measure of compensation, to be honest. I thought that I had a fair amount of compensation at some point. And you see, it's only 0.3 now, right? After knight d6, black is not so bad, actually, because that extra pawn on a2 is being compensated by my activity, right? So I thought that I was okay here, and of course, I was looking at this line, but I wasn't sure what this is. But apparently, yeah, because I really was scared to take this pawn and open this bishop, guys. I'll be honest, I was bloody scared, all right? My king would be like naked like a baby. So I played rook c8 and knight c4. I wanted to trade stuff, and then of course I blundered knight d5. Ooh, knight b5 was actually a draw. Why? Oh, because this is such a mess. I take stuff. Oh my god, but you have to see it. You have to see that you have queen a3. This is the only move, followed by bishop e5. And then you win the piece. My god. Come on. If you don't see this, your black is lost, right? This is computer bullshit. This is the only line. My god. Nobody can see that, and I'll tell you. No sane grandmaster will ever see this, alright? Nobody will see that. Nobody will see that line, guys. Nobody. No human will see that. Okay. That was just really funny. So this is human way to play this, and of course, and I thought I have good chance to draw this. See, it's only 0.3. And I thought this was a draw, alright? So rook c2 was good. Actually, the computer doesn't like rook c2. He likes bishop h4. Rook c2 he doesn't like. Yeah, he had to play king f1. Because he allowed f4, and now black is okay, right? Rook c7. Black is better. Black is better. Wow. Alright. And if h5, bishop b4, what now? Then I win an important tempo, of course. And I'm able to grab this stuff and play rook b2. And then black is better. Okay. But moving king to the center is so human. Bishop f here, take bishop d4, and this is equal. Alright, so now we played a very good game, actually, I think. Bishop e5 second line. I like this. First line, actually. And g5 was probably more correct. Alright, and Vasily plays first line as well. Alright, so this is a draw. The only thing is, of course, king d3 draws. And I blunder rook f4 check, which wins immediately. But Vasily was kind enough, because draw was good enough for him to draw the match. And he knows that I blundered. And this is actually a draw. So this was very, very correct, very gracious by Vasily to not take my rook on f4 and end this match on such a note, because this... So, an incredible match. This was the last game, guys. Alright? This was last game. Incredible match. As you have seen, it was really close. Really close. I had that heartbreaker moment when I blundered mate in 1 instead of winning the position with plus 10, right? And, you know, fantastic chess, both by Vasily. Again, he proved why he was... Vasily was always considered to be one of the strongest Blitz players in the world. Always. Even a couple of years ago, he won the World Championship, I think in Blitz or Rapid. I don't remember which one was it. And, you know, he is a major force to be reckoned with. Alright? I would love to see his match versus Carlsen. Because I don't think it will be one-sided, as many people would think it is. I think Magnus lost to Ivanchuk maybe 4 or 5 years ago, also the World Championship. I think so. If you guys get those games up, I think he beat Magnus actually, when Magnus was actually world champion already. So they should organize this match. I would love to see it. I would love to see such a match. All right. All right, guys. So that was the incredible match, right? We started at what 9:30. It's now 1:30 in the morning. 4 hours, 3 hours of fighting chess, 1 hour of going over the games. Amazing. I'm pleasantly surprised with the quality of the games, especially you guys checked with the computer, right? Of course, we didn't see all those inhuman lines, but we were basically doing everything correctly, like strategically, right? A lot of stuff was very correct. All right, so hopefully, famous clip of Chucky jumping when he made it him. I think it was actually Carlsen, right? He will like kick the chair or kick the table when he handed the hand or something. I think that was that, right? Yeah. Знали ли действия за 2 с длинной рокировкой? Нет, не знал. Если бы я знал, я бы не пошел в слон d6, конечно. Но все равно там длинная рокировка, там бьет перевес. Неприятная очень позиция. That plan was the long castle on the Sicilian with the Khan. That was very unpleasant for black. Alright guys, thank you for staying. Thank you for joining my channel. Thanks to the organizers. Vasily, you kick ass. We should bring Vasily to stream more. And I'll see you guys next time. Actually, next time is today, because there is Unity Blitz tournament today, right, on Sunday. It usually every week on Sunday. And hopefully we'll see some more of Vasily in today's tournament later. Alright, so thank you guys. Enjoy. Let's go and raid somebody. Hopefully, let's raid some smaller known people. Who we can raid? Let's check it out. Oh, we're gonna raid Chessbra. All right, let's raid Chessbra. That's what we're gonna raid. That's who we're gonna raid. Raid Chessbra. Wow, we have 1,000 viewers in our channel. And we are going for the invasion. Alright. Все довольны?